Okay, welcome back. Let's get started with the build. And let's continue with our build. How does it look? Good? Okay. All right, welcome back. So, we're going to continue with the Macross build right here. Part 2. This is the 172 scale Messiah Valkyrie Ozma custom. Move this over here so we can get a good look at it under the camera. Let's see. There. Can we see that okay? Cool. All right, fine. Okay, so last time we did this. We finished the front part of the model, the jet. And then we continue on with the head. Maybe this coffee over here. Then I think we go on to do the arms next. So we'll put that aside. I don't think we really need the head or the front part of the model. So we're going to continue with the rest of the body. Let's get this open. Okay. So there's where we finished the head right there. Now we go on to the arm parts. Part 3. I believe these are the arms. Yeah. So it gets more complicated. So it's gonna be a lot of fun here. Let's see. So those are the parts we need. And get my tools. So I think this camera is upside down. Let me rotate that so we have it right side up. There we go. Rotation. Let's see. Okay. I thought this was fixed the last time. Rotate mirror. No, we don't want that. Okay. Autofocus. Well, I'll just leave it there. Cancel. Let's just say no. I don't want to save before canceling. Let's just leave it like this. Oops. I don't know what it's doing. I had this set up last night. It was all good. Oh, there you go. Let's see. Let's move it over this way. And let's get it more focused. Huh? I want to get a more closer shot of the instructions so you can see clearly what that is. Okay. All righty. Save. Close. There. And there's the instructions look like. So you got a good look at the instructions. Now we get a good look at the parts. Let's just get this thing built. So we're going to do, like always, this is going to be split up into parts. We did part 1 last time, and now we're going to do part 2, and each part's going to be divided about 2.5 hours. Because I figure this is master grade, and it's going to take a lot longer to build these because it's more complicated, more difficult. It has more parts. It has more mechanical parts in here. Yeah, so it's more complicated. So let's get going here. Let's see what parts we need. And according to the instructions, we need A. Do we have I? We got I. Whoops. Almost dropped my sticker. I got one more sticker in there. So there's I. We need I. Okay, there's I. And let's see, the next one we need is going to be A. We got A, check. So there's A. Let's see. A, then we need B. What is this one? F1. No, we don't need F1. We need G. No, we don't need G. And M. We don't need M. We don't need C. And according to this, we need B. There's B right there. There's B. Now we need D. Let's see, there's D. Nice. A, B, D. And then we need E, H. There's J. Yeah, that's the mechanical parts. There's E. And we got the metal rods here. There's H. We need H. Oh, okay. There's some more mechanical innards. There's C, M, G, F1. And this here is K and L. Oh, we don't need K and L. And of course, we have another big sheet of stickers or decals. These are stickers. Okay, so we don't need those yet. All right, I think we got all our parts. All right, let's put this over here. Okay, now let's get to clipping. And we need our files. We need our tools. So we got our standard model glue right here. And then we have the quick drying type, just in case. We haven't used that yet. Let's see. Oh, we need our sander. Of course, we need our X-Acto knives. There they are. We need those. Put those over there. Okay. How's everybody doing? Welcome to the show. We're just continuing our build of the Valkyrie. We don't need that. Okay. So let's get this out. So we need the sander. We need a clipper. I'm going to use this big blue one. And we need our files. And we need our tweezers. There. All right, let's put this in there. Okay, well, there's a lot of noise there. Okay, let's get to getting here. So the first parts we're going to need, let's leave that aside. Do a little cleaning up here. Okay. So before we start, we always like to do our little, we like to whittle down our files because when you buy them brand new, they're too rough. So I got this sander here. And I just sort of go like that. Just to sharpen it and also whittle down the rough edges there because when you buy these things brand new, they're way too rough. Okay. Let's do the flat one, do the top part. And the sides. There. Okay. We're ready now. We got one. We only got one green sticker left there. Okay. All right, let's get going here. Whoa. Too much dust. All right, so we have to be very careful here, it says. So, let's see, H14. We finished the head. It's 2. Now we go to 3. We need, okay, we got several parts here. See, there's 3. H14. H14. So let's get H14 out. There's H. And 14 is, oh, there's 14. Okay. So clip that very carefully. Make sure we don't clip anything that we need. Okay, there's H14. Okay, the rest of this is let's see. We need H2 and H4. H2 is there. Okay. And we got to follow this very carefully. So there's H2. Now we need H4. There's H4. You got to be really careful with this because the mechanics of this has to work right. You have to clip very close or do filing, and because they have to, transform. The mechanics have to work. There's H14. We got those two parts. Now we need H12, the other side of that. H12 is there's 14. There's H12. Okay. All right. Okay, there's the other side of that. Okay. So we're finished with H. Now, and it shows here for J12. Pinto Kitty Horenayoni. Oh, okay. Jewish decorative size. So it's be careful when you clip this. So let's see. There's E. There's J. Okay. How does it look? Good? Oh, yeah. J. J12. There's J12. There's where it shows there. Okay. You gotta be really careful not to clip the pin off. There. I think I did. There's J12. There's all of our parts. Can you see that okay? That's all the parts we need. Okay, let's check and see if we need to file anything, and it looks like we do. So we can just do a little filing off the top, and we use our flat file, as always. And just smooth it out as much as possible. And then we grab our nice flat, just smooth that out. Whoa. May need a little extra filing there. Whoa. Okay, anything else? No, we're okay. Anything else here? Be careful with this. Okay. What else do we need here? No, it looks like we're okay there. All right. Okay. So let's put this thing together. This is H14. And H14 let's see. Oh. Let's see. H14 like this. Let me see. Let me go back and look at H. That's J. What happened to H? H is right underneath there. There it is. No, H14 is that small part. And H2 and H4. There's 3. There's H4. Now we need H2. H14. H4. Huh? That's H3, but it says H4 and it's facing the wrong way. How does it? Well, the only way to get it to face is that way. Is that the way? H14. H14 goes. That seems kind of backwards. We have H4. That's J12. And this is H2. H2. Oh, I see. Okay, H2 goes inside there. You see that? Can you see that? H2 is going to go inside there like that. Okay, so it's a combination. I need to file that down in order that to fit inside there. That noise sounds like a hamster. Let me file this down a little bit. Is it supposed to be? Is that supposed to be? Yeah, that needs to be filed down. Yeah, that's a rounded edge that goes inside this. No, we need to file that down. No, that's wrong. So this has to be filed down some more. Okay, let's smooth that down. Okay, so now we stick this in here. It should fit. There it goes. Fits in there. That's why you need to file that down a little bit. Okay, now it's facing the right way. Okay, so now we put H14. File that down some more. That one needs to be. Okay. So H14 goes like that. Is that H14? There's H14. And there H12 on the other side. Whoa. Okay. It's got to be facing down. Okay, H. I see. Okay, so H12 has to be facing that way. And that has to go into the hole like that. And this piece needs to go which way? Like that. Does it matter? Looks exactly the same. Yeah. You want to put that in there. Okay. So we need to put H like this. The first thing you want to do is maybe put, okay, that's facing down. Put that like that. Okay. And then we're going to put this J12, doesn't matter which way it goes, like this. That goes right on there like that. It's supposed to be kind of a tight fit there. And then we finish it off by putting the last part in there, and that's H12. Like that. Make sure it's that part, that little lip is facing. And just to be on the safe side, you can kind of go like that to make sure it's nice and tight. There. That's okay. And it's supposed to look like that. Kind of like that. Okay. And those parts are facing down. Okay. All right. There's one joint. See, I told you how complicated it is. Now that we finished this part, now we go into the next part here. This is all step 3. Yeah, it looks fine. Looks fine that way. Just leave it like that. Okay. Just looking at the monitor there. All right. So now we continue on with the next part here. Okay, did that. Now we go up to here. That's E33 and E25. Okay. Oh, those are some big hands. Okay, so let's get E33 and E25. E33. There's E33. There's 2 of them. So they're identical. There are 2 E33s. Okay, there's one. That's 33 goes first, and then we have E25. E25. There's E20, and we have 2 identical E25s. So we'll just clip that very slowly, carefully. Okay. Okay. As usual, we should probably file those. File the outside a little bit. Okay. Whoop. Get myself holding this right. Okay. That's good. Okay, so we take E33 and we make sure it's facing the right way. Like that. Okay. It goes on all the way. Let's see. That looks like that's correct. Okay. There's 33. And now we have to be careful with this. Ah, okay. See the little slots there. These lips will go inside there like that. And it doesn't really matter. Face up. Ue karamita. Okay. Yeah. It says from up top. That's how it should look. Ue karamita. And so, and of course, that fits right like that. There. Okay. There's one. All right. So we finished that part. Now we go into the next part here, which will be B24 and B16. Let's get that out. D. This is B right here. Okay. So we need the top parts there. Oh, we also need to put H16. So we need B24. There it is. B24. Flip that as close as you possibly can. Probably good to sharpen the clipper on that sander. Okay. So this needs to be clipped. There it goes. Okay. Okay. There's B24 goes on top, and B16 goes at the bottom. We're really going to take our time with this because there's a lot of mechanical parts in here. This is different than the other ones we've done. I mean, the other ones that I've done. Okay, so now we need H16. There's H. Okay, H16. That goes in the back. And there's special instructions there. Okay, H16. There it is. And there's only one of them. We're going to be doing this twice, I think. Yeah, because this is the arm, I think. Okay, now we got all the parts. Now let's take a look at some of this stuff here that needs to be. We can just use that. Might be a little rough. Okay, let's try the other side. Okay, oh, that one's really bad. Okay. Okay, so now we take this part and we're going to put that in first. So the hole, okay. There it is. It's got to go right in there. There. Okay, so now we take B24 and we're going to put this on top here. And that should line up. Oh, no. Like this. There. Okay, that should line up now. Yep, there. That has to stay open. Okay, and now we take this here, put the bottom part on. There. This is the arm. Very complex arm. We need that hole there. Okay. So this is the left arm. Usually we do the left arm first in these models. Okay, we just completed step 3. That's a lot of stuff that goes in there. Master grade for a reason. Everybody can see that, okay? Yeah? How's it look on the monitors? Look good? Okay. Okay. So we finished this. Make sure, because last time we missed a part. We had to go back and do that. Okay. So now we're going to do, it looks like the shoulder. So we'll put the arm aside there. And we get all our J parts. We got to do this part first. J and E. H, B, there's J. Let's clip the J parts first. Okay, so J, we need J10 and J6. Okay, so there's J6. Clip that. Nice. Okay. There is J6. That's in the middle. We need J10. J10. Okay. You have one of these for each arm. Okay. J10's the outside. Okay. Now we need E26. B, E. Here we go. E26. Right there. E26. E26. 26 is around here. So there's E26. They have 2 of them, so they're identical. 2 the same E26. So it doesn't matter. Okay. There's 20. That goes on the outside, just like that. Okay. So we take J10. You got to be careful with this. J10, is that? I'm not sure. It looks like that's the way. Then we take J. Which way does it go? Like this? No, it goes, huh? It looks like it goes this way. Yeah, like that. So J. Yeah, like that. Okay, we got that right. And that J10 goes in there like this. Okay. Now we get E26. And it goes just around there like that. Okay, there. We got it. Okay. That's just this part here. Now we got to do this part, the second part. We need B26. We need B. Let's get B26. Let's see. Here's B. That's J, H, B. Okay. So B26 first is there. Okay. Okay, there's B26. That goes on top. Okay, B26. Now we need D. J, H, and D. A is at the bottom, I think. Okay, now we need D13. Oh, there's D13. D right there. We'll see if we can get the arms. Oh, okay. D13 is at the bottom like that. That's how it goes. Okay, we got D26, D13, and now we need D14 at the bottom. D14 there. At the bottom, just like that. Okay. So we take B26 and put it in here like this. There. Okay. And we take the part we just put together from before, and we make sure that it's facing this. Okay, this is going to go like this. It's going to go at the bottom, and this big hole is going to be filled by this big peg. There. Okay. And then we stick this part at that should fit together. There. Hey, check it out. No gaps. Nice. Okay, we finished that. This is the shoulder. So we have the sort of, what is it? We have the arm or forearm. Then we have the shoulder. Okay, we finished all that. Hope that's correct. Now, it gets complicated here. Okay. Let's make sure we got that B26. Double check everything because this is more complicated than I thought it was going to be. So I have to double check these things to make sure we don't skip anything. We finished that. Okay. Now we go to this part here. I think we do this next. Okay, so we need A1. I know where A1 is at. There's I. A1. A1 is A1 is that. Okay. Oh, there's two of them. Okay. Same. Okay. Identical. Okay. There's A1. Okay. So we got A1 here. Let me do a little sanding there. Okay. A1. Just to make you understand, this is part 2 of the build. We're going to continue with part 3 next week. We're dividing these master builds, master grade models up into parts, different parts, because they're more complicated and it takes a little bit longer. And instead of me just sitting here for 6 hours, unless you want to see that. Okay, let's see. That's up and down. These little pegs go up and down just like it shows. Nagai. Oh, Nagai goes at the longer one goes at the bottom. Okay. Yeah, Nagai, Mijikai. Yep, got it. Okay. And that should go on there. Hmm. Oh, I'm backwards. Okay. Let's see. Make sure the okay. There it goes. Okay. Okay. That's on there. And then we take the shoulder part, put it on just like that. Wow. Okay. Okay. It's just one arm. How are you doing on time? Oh, it's almost 9:15 here in Japan. Holy crap. These arms take a long time. There's a lot of mechanical things, moving parts in there. Okay, we finished that. Now we go into this part. You got to be really careful how this goes in here. Okay. This is going to fit on the ball of the joint there. So we need B1. Okay, B1 is right there. And then there's sort of gray parts. B1. There's B1. The lonely, only one of them? No, there's only one B1 right there. It's all lonely. Shouldn't do that. All by itself at the top, like the boss. Okay, there's B1. Now we need J8. This is J. Okay, J8. 7, 8. There's J8. Yeah. Okay. There's J8. That's the second one. And then the part that goes right underneath there is I5. I think that's at the bottom. Yeah, that's what I thought. And guess what? We'll have to do this whole thing over again in the next arm. Luckily, the guy only has 2 arms. Okay, I5. I5 is right there. Okay, that's the 3 parts that go together. That's going to form that other part. Okay, so we take B1 like this, and then we're going to put this dude like that, I guess. Yeah, like that. Looks like it fits just like that. Mm-hmm. And that fits. It just fits in there like that. We got that hole on the other side. Okay, make sure that's facing the right way. They need an illustration of the completed part so we know. Okay, right like that. And then we take this I5 should go here. Huh? Doesn't matter. Really? Okay, make sure that's facing the right way. Oh, okay. Like that. Like that. Hmm. Looking at the completed part. Once we do it this first time like this, it should be easy the second time. Okay. This is going in here like this. And then the, oops, something doesn't seem right. That fits in there like that. Let's see. B1. Oh, I see. It's showing the other side there. Okay, like that. And then it's showing like that. That's oh no. Let's see. This has to face out. Trying to see how to do that exactly. This has to go like this. Oh, does it really fit in there like that? Oh, yeah, it does. There. Okay. 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 So that we got that correct. Now we need to put this in here like facing. And it should, yeah, pop in like that. Okay. It's got to be a nice, tight, snug fit in it. I think we got it. And then the ball end goes here like this. And it should from the bottom. Okay, yeah, it's really got it. You really got to push it in there hard. The bottom should look. Oh, that says bottom. Did I do that right? Yeah. Yeah, that looks correct. Well, it shows it together like this. H14. That's what we did before. That was the first thing we did. Like that. Oops. Oh. I got it. There. We got it. Just like that. Whew. You got to really push it in there. Snug. Move it around a little bit. Okay. That was just one arm. Now we do the same thing for the other arm. How we doing? So we spent almost maybe 40 minutes on this. Yeah, there's a lot going on here in this arm. Okay, so we got this all correct. It fit nice and snug, just like the picture shows. Staccato. This is from the bottom. Okay. So now we do the same thing all over again with the other arm. And after that, we'll go on to do the, I think the legs. Or no, look, the body. Just the body? No. No, that is the body. What about the legs? You don't do the legs? Maybe that is the legs. Can you see that? Oh, okay. Maybe those are the legs. Legs, well, they don't seem that complicated. Yep. Okay. Yeah. Let's see what we can do. Okay, number 4. We do the other arm. Ooh-wee. All right. That was fun. Okay. What are we doing? Same thing here. So we need H. We need all H's. Okay. That's I. We need J. We need one of those. And then we need H. The H runners or trees. D, E, and H is at the bottom. Oh, boy. Okay, we got J and H. H-I-J-K. Okay. Just to make you see what the how complicated that arm is. That's good. I don't know how that's going to fit with this guy. We'll see. Okay, so here we go again. So we need H13. There's H13. And I'll try to clip, as always, careful. We don't accidentally clip something out we need, like always. Okay. There is H13. And now we need H1 and H3 again. There it is, H1 and H3. There's H. Try to clip that as close as I possibly can so it fits in there. And then there's H3. Okay. You got to put these parts together. Okay, so those parts go together. And then we need H11 right there. That goes on the other side. Okay. 11. Now, let's see. Okay. H11. H1 and 3 to go there. And then we need J13. Okay, J13. J13. Be careful. Don't clip those lips. We need those to go into the slots. Okay, there. Well, let's put this thing together. So first thing we need to do is this. Put this in here. Okay, that's H1 and H3 together. Turn up this way. And we're going to stick, okay, H. H13. Okay, this is supposed to go on this side. And then H11 goes on the other side. So H11 goes in here. Okay. Make sure I get that right. Okay. Yeah, make sure that's facing down. That little part. There they are. Okay. That's very important. When this doesn't matter, it's got to go like this. Up. Those parts. Yeah, that's supposed to go up. Huh? Okay. Something's wrong here. It got backwards. This is like this. Okay. This is facing up like this. And H13 that's what it shows there. Oops. H13 like that. Okay. Is that what I had before? Okay. So now we stick this on here like that. Just like we did before. Yeah, it's hard to tell. Okay. So now we stick this together. We get our tweezers again, and we just push them together there like that. Carefully. Okay. We got that correct. Okay. Whew. You be very careful with that. Look at the instructions there where it says that this should be facing down, and the other side too. And make sure those little slots are facing up. See, it shows very H13 and H11. Be careful with that. Okay, so now we finished that part. Now we go on to E25 and E33. E is at the bottom. So we just need two of those, A25 and E23. It's right here. A33, A25. Let's do them in order. I like to do them in order. And I like to put my pieces on the table in order and try to match the illustration. But with this model, you got to be really careful about the mechanics. Yeah, that's the first part. There's E25, and then E33 is right over here. And how are we doing on time? Okay, good. We got about an hour or so left. We'll see how it goes, depending. Okay, so this has to go, that's facing up, okay. And this has to go like that, okay. We got that right then. Whew. Okay, and then we do like that, okay. There. Fit. Okay, nice. See, once we do one arm, we can do the second arm pretty easily. We understand it. Okay. Let's get the other arm done so maybe we can get the legs done as well to get some productivity. Be productive. Let's see, 25 and 17. B25 and B17. There it is. Right there. B25 and B17. Doing over 25 is on top. We need H15 though. Yeah. Don't want to pull. We want to make sure we clip that up. There's the top part, A25, and then we do B17 right next door. Let's see. Oh, there it comes. Okay. So now we need H15. Where's H? H15. And H15 looks like that. There it is. Clip, clip. All right. Okay, that goes in the front. Okay, so now we take A25 and make sure we're facing that way. And A25, just like that, it goes right over that hole. Okay, so what we'll do now is we'll put this part in here. Let's do that first. There you go. Because that has to go under this. And this has to go like that. Yeah, see, it has to go underneath there. So you put that part in first. Put that part in first. That should be labeled number 1. And this goes at the bottom. There. Okay, it's going a little faster now. So now we do the elbow again. Remember how tricky that part is right here. Make sure we get it just like before. Snap it together. Make sure it goes flush with that part. Okay, so now we go to the next part here. We do that whole joint there. J7, just doing E26. There's E. E26 is that part. Okay, E26. There's E26. Okay. I have no idea how big this, how tall this is going to be. Okay, that's the top, 26. Now we need J. J. There's J. Okay. J7, 11. J7. Check the instructions again. Make sure we don't clip off anything we need. Sometimes there's little pegs on there that are easily mistaken for spur. And then you clip them off. And then you're messed up. Or you can just glue them on. Okay. Let's see. J 11. 11. This part is a little tricky. Okay. Now let's get this together. There's E26. And this has to move onto there like that. Okay. Oh, the wrong way. This has to go like that. Okay. And then we have this part. We got that part together. That's what it looks like. It's in there. And now we have this part that fits in there. Okay. Give it a little push. Okay. Now we got that. We fixed that. Now going on to B27. All right. B27 is the top part. There it is. Whew. Clip, clip. All right. Okay, that's top part. B27. Now D. We've done this before. Where is D? D is at the bottom. All right. Does this guy have any weapons? No. Okay, so D15 and D16. D15. These are the lighter gray parts. Okay. Oops. Okay. Don't lose that. And then at the very bottom is D16. All right. Okay. That goes at the bottom. We make sure we should file that down because this part's going to go flush. And you give a little. Okay. And now we take this part. First, we take this and put this together on that. And that should fit in pretty easily. There. Okay. And then what we'll do is we'll take the bottom part and we'll put it like this. Whoop, like that. That should be facing like that. Okay. And this is going to go like that right around here. That should fit on top of there pretty easily. Okay. And that joint's going to fit in here like this. Should fit in nicely. Okay, that's what we're going to do next. So now we get A1 and A1, A1. There's A1. Okay, so A1. So let's take our part here, our forearm. Okay, finish that, finish that, finish that. Go like this. Okay. So A1. And make sure the long. Oh, the long. That looks like the long one. That's the short at the top. And long is at the bottom. Okay. Yeah. Kind of hard to tell. It goes on just like that. And then we stick this part on, which is facing like this. This part should face out. Make sure you really push that in there because this part here needs to go flush like that. See? Oh. It should be flush. Okay. We're not done yet. Okay, well, I guess that's flush. Okay. All right, so the last part. Hey, we're on to the legs next. Cool, okay. Okay, same thing. Same thing as before. So we need B28. B28 is Where is it? Oh, there's B28. Well, he was like the other guy all by himself. Okay. There's B28. Let me J9. J9. Parts are so spread out like that. Okay. That's J9. Very soon we'll be working on one of the legs, maybe. Okay, there's 9. Now we need, excuse me, I4. Okay, I4. Oh, there it is. Okay, I4. So we do the same thing we did last time. Be very careful. Okay. So we take this part like it shows there and take B28. And it's supposed to fit like that. There. Okay. There, that's pretty flush. Okay. Now we take this part and we put it, it should be facing like this. Should be facing that way. Oh. Okay. Oops, that's not good. Let's see if we can get the tweak. There. Need to do the tweezer twick. Is that correct? Make sure that moves. And that should be facing that way, like that. Okay. Yeah, I think we got it. So now we take our part we just did and we put it here like this, just like the last one. And that should fit like that. There. And we have, it should look just like that. That's what we have. That looks just like the illustration. So there are the arms. We finished the arms. That took us an hour and 15 minutes. Let's do 2 arms. We got about 45 minutes left here. Let's see if we can do one of the legs, because the legs look complicated. Wow. Okay. So let's try anyway. How long do you think it will take just to do this one? It looks like we're going to be using these parts mostly. A, B, D, E, F, G, H. Mocking Shiru. Ah, decal. Let's see. Where do we do the decals? Oh boy, that looks complicated there. You're going to do that 2 times. Okay, that's not decals. I've got decals. When do we put the decals on? Oh, there's some decals right there. Shit. Okay. That means we need the warm water. Shiru decal. So there is one sticker we use. Bongo. Decal to bongo. Huh. Okay. Well, let's just see how it goes. I don't know how long this is going to take me to do just this. Up to here, that's the completed leg. And then after you complete this leg here, then you put some decals on. And the leg is supposed to look like that. And I've got the decals there. I got to make sure I use the right decals. Water, yeah, water decals. Shit. I got them right here. Now, the thing is, we have two sets of these. Mocking. Okay. These are stickers. It says Mocking Shiru. So we don't want that. Yeah, this is the stickers. Okay. These are the decals right here. This is what it was right there. So these are the decals that are going to go on the outside of the jet. So we'll put this right over here and just see what happens. See how we go with this leg here, because if the arms are any indication how long that took this to do the arms, it may take us a long time to do the legs too, because it looks like you're going to be dealing with the decals. We got that flush in there. We got that sort of flush in there. Oh, yeah. Okay, now that's flush. Okay, so the arms are good to go there. I don't know, that other Gundam model we did seems a little bigger than this one. I don't know. Okay, let's see what parts we need. We don't need eye. Oh, wait. Let's put this over here. Do we need anything in here? Let's see. What is this? We have K, and then we have L. Do we need K or L? No, we don't need K or L. I know it says we need F1. Okay, we got F1. There we go. Let's see. Do we need J? No, we don't need J. J. Do we need B? Yes, we need B. Okay. Then we need A. We got A. How about D? Yes, we need D. Do we need E? Yes. Do we need H? Yes. But we also need one more that we need G. And G is right here. It's a small one right there I was looking right at. There we go. Okay. I think we got all our parts. Oh, boy. Ooh, boy. This is a complicated one. Can't wait to build my first perfect grade model kit, because that's going to be more complicated. With metal parts, too. Okay. So what we need here are just, okay. So we got to do this twice. Yeah, that's how it should look like from the top. When you snap H, and then 45-degree angle. Shielded burnt turn. That's number 2. Okay. So let's do this. Okay, so we got to be real careful here. So number 1, H21 and H21 and H22. H21 and H22. There's H21. Oh, they're exactly the same. Okay. Okay, there's H21. And we got to do that 2 times. H21. That's H21. And we also need H21 again. So we'll try to do this side by side. Okay. So there's 2 of them. So we have to do that twice. Okay. Now we need H22. H22. Weird looking parts. Look like wrenches. No polycast parts. I guess these kind of function as polycast parts. Yeah, but they don't have those. It's Bandai, but it's not Bandai Con. Now, where did it go? Did it go on the ground? Did it go into the mic stand? No. I think that one went on the ground. Our first casualty. Oh, there it is. So, our first casualty of the day. So now we got to be really nice. Okay, so now we got to be really careful how we put this together. Okay, so H21 goes like that. The lip goes facing up, and then what is that? And then we have H22, and H21 should go like this. I mean, that's what I have there. Okay, this lip is facing up. This is the top part. And this should be facing. That's what we have here. Oh, this part goes over here like this. It has to go over that lip. Like that. You're right. Okay. That lip goes over that. Okay. And it's supposed to turn 45 degrees. Okay. Got that. Okay. So we do that twice. We do the same thing again. And I take it you have to be very cautious when you do this. Because this is going to be very important. Okay, 45 degrees. There. Okay, now we got two of them. These gears. We finished that part. Okay. Oh, that was difficult. Okay, so now we go on to the next part here. Put the gear aside, because that's step 5, number 1. We'll save that for later. We're going to be using that in number 6. But we're here. Step 5, number 2. Now we need G2. G was these small parts here. That's F1. Oh, no, I had G. Here's G2. So we got to do this twice. So we need G2 right there. Let's cut this. And these are going to be the legs. Okay. There's G2. We got to do that twice. How are we doing on time? Okay. We got about 35 minutes left. Unless you want to keep going. Get some subs. Get a few subs. We can go on for another hour if you like. Let's see. So we got G. Now we need E12. Okay. Sideways. Okay. Okay. E12. Okay. E12. There's E12. We have 2 of them. That big knife. So we'll have to clip that twice. There's E12. And we'll do that again, E12. Let's clip it like this so we don't lose them to the floor. Okay. There's E12. Now we need H10, the bottom part. H10 is right there. Okay. Oh boy, I see some gears there. Jeez. Okay. So that's the bottom part. H10 again. Okay, H10. Right. Exactly. Cut it very cleanly. Just to fit. Okay. So we got G2. The bottom part is going to fit in the back like this. We do that. That's supposed to fit in the back. No, it's gotta fit. That's supposed to fit in the back. Oh, like that. Let's get our tweezers again and just sort of push them. Okay. And then we stick this at the bottom. These two things. These two lips should go like that. There we go. Ah, okay, I get it. Okay, this must be the foot. Okay, there's one foot. So we do the other side. We do the same thing as the other side. There. Always like to give it another little shot here. There. Okay. So now, stick that in there like that. There. Really push that in there. Okay. So this is the foot. These are the feet. Now we do the back side of the feet. Yeah. Okay. So we do the same thing with the back side of the feet. And then we need G1. There's G1. Oh, okay. I'm trying to clip this. Okay. Let's do that the other side now. This must be the heel. Okay. G is finished. All right. Now we do the other side. Now we need we need E13. Okay, E13 is right over there. Okay, so we're going to clip these from the top again because I don't want to lose these. So cut these they will go flying off the table. Okay, there's one of them. Let's do the other side. E13 again. We'll just Flip it like this. Okay. So now we need the bottom part of that heel. We need H9. Okay, H9. Right there. Okay. There you go. I don't know if we'll get to the decals today. I'm not sure. We'll see. Okay, so the same thing again. Let's take this part and put it in the back. Like that. There. And then we'll put the shoe on. There. All right, do the same thing again. There we go. And put this shoe on. Okay, now we got 2 of those. Now we move on. Oh, okay. So we just what do we do here? Okay. Oh, okay. You got to be careful with that. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. So when you cut, yeah, you might want to maybe carve out a little bit. I don't know. It depends the seeing. It's got to be a nice tight fit. All right. So let's continue on. Okay. So we need H17. Okay. H parts. So let's get H17. How are we doing on time? We're doing okay. H17. There's 17. H17. Okay, there's H17. Now we need, oh, we're going to use 5-1 from that. Okay. So H17, 5-1 that we used before, that we did over here. 5-1. Now we need H18. Ah, there we go. We need the other side of that. And then we need H28 finally. Okay, that goes in the other side. And in the middle or in the front of it, we need H28. Yeah, there it is. H28. Important mechanism. And that goes just like that. Okay. Okay, so this is not the foot. I lied. Something else. Okay, so let's put this together. So we have 817. And then we have this part from 5. And that goes at the bottom. Just like that. So something goes on top, goes at the bottom. Okay, and now this goes in the front. That's what it shows. It shows it going in the front like that. Yeah, there's the bottom part. Okay. Yep, that little part there. That's what they're talking about. Okay, now we take this and we just put it together like that. Okay, no problem. We're not done yet because that's just one leg. So now we need E. We need E5 and E3. Okay. E5 is right here. Okay. E5 is on top. Whatever you do, when the part goes like that, shit. Okay. So E5 is there. Now we need E3. There's E3. Okay. That's at the bottom. Okay. So E5 goes like that. The small part, the narrow part goes in the front. And this is going to go right like it should go around it like that. It surrounds it. Okay. Okay. And then we put the bottom part on, which is also, and it's kind of hard to really push this because it has all these edges. I'm going to try to do this carefully. Did it fit in there? Okay. Okay, so now we take the part we just did like this. And we take 5, 3, the small part, and we put it on top. This is 5, 3. And we just stick it in there. Kanazu no yoni. Okay, here. Okay. Okay, nice. And that's got to come together. And then we take 5, 2. Uh-oh. Good. There it goes. Huh? Okay. Oops. What? Where'd that come from? Wait a minute. Where did that come from? I don't understand. Did that come from here? Oh, it came from over here. Wait a minute. Oh, no, there. How did it do that? I guess it didn't really fit in there. Crap. There it goes. Okay. Huh? The top part's supposed to go like that. That's okay. supposed to shut. Huh? Like that. No, that's. Oh, I know what I did. Oh, great. Now I can't get it off. I think I got it backwards. That's what I did. Okay, the top part is correct, but I put the. Oh, great. Now I can. Let's see if I can get it off. I put it backwards, idiot. Oh, well. Oh, there it goes. Whew. Okay. Let's go like this. Like that. There. Now we got it. There. Okay. Okay, that makes sense now. Sort of, I think. It's kind of a little bit. How am we doing on time? Okay, good. We still got time. We could probably finish up to here. Okay, that's supposed to be kind of straight. Looks like a fish or something. That's the mouth. Okay, so we got that. And I was stupid. I put that on backwards. Okay. So now we need A20 and A21. That was fun. There it is. A20 and A21. Oh, they have two of those. A20. Identical. Oops. There's A20 goes on top, and then A21 is at the bottom. Okay. Let's put those on there. Let's see how this goes. Let's put it on correctly. Okay. So A20 goes like this. Okay. Okay. Well, you're supposed to snap in there. It's in there. And then we do A. That's the top part. Then we do A21. There. Okay. Got it. I guess it's supposed to look like that. Oh. Okay, so that's one of them. Like a fish. Okay. So now we move on to the second part. How are we doing on time? Okay, good. Okay, wow, this like so complicated. Yeah, we don't get. I don't think we'll get to the decals today. Maybe not. And we'll have to do the same thing over again for the other leg for next week. So we're able to do two arms and sort of a leg. Jeez. Okay. Step 6. All H parts. H parts. So let's keep going here. And that looks complicated too. Okay, so H24. There's H24. You know, this thing better work. Okay, there's H24. You have H39. H24, and you have H26 on the other side. Oh, we only do that one. Okay. I see what they're doing. Okay, so we got that on the other side, H26. Now H39. 39. H39. Okay. So we take H24 and the pin. Okay. Nagai kata goes like that. No. Oh, it says ho? Oh, I keep saying kata. What's the difference? That? Put it like that? Nagai ho. And there's two. Oh, okay. So that goes in here. It just sits in here like this. Oh, okay. And that goes together like that. Okay. Okay. Done with that. Now, oh boy. 1, 2. Okay. So we've got. So we need H7, H29, and H30. So we need H29. Oh, there we go. H29. Ugh. Got H29. That's all right. Then we need H7. H7. No wonder they don't have polycast parts in this. Because the mechanism won't allow it. Yeah. But the other transforming ones, oh, this is actually okay. The other the HG models that did transforming is you had to take it apart to transform it. Yeah. This one you don't. 30. This one you don't take apart to transform it. The other ones you had to take parts off to do the transforming trick. Okay. So we get this, our first part we just did. 1. And then we get like this. Okay, it's telling me I need to go like this. No. It's telling me that's facing down. This part, okay. Okay, so looking at the illustrations, it's got to go like this. So this is going to face. Okay, I see what's going on. This is going to go on. This is 1. And this is going to go here, facing that way. Okay. That's what it shows. Huh? That's what it shows there. I have to push that. No, that's not going to work. Okay. Oh, I know what I can do. Okay. I'm going to wreck the instructions. Okay, that goes like that. That's facing direction. Okay. Okay, make sure that's facing the right direction. And this is going to go in the bottom like this. Like that. Just like that. And this is going to be facing towards me. And I have to ow. Those pins have to fit in there. And I have, okay. Jesus. So make sure that's lined up. Oh, man. Really? Is that lined up? No. Have to really push that in there. It's really hard. Wow. Yeah, Scotty. Yeah, right. Take care. Yeah. The pins have to go in that hole. It's not going to work. I got it. Whoa, boy. Okay, that was really tight. Boy, you might have to shave that a little bit off in the hole there. And I got it. Okay. Oh, boy. Okay, so now it better I guess got to go like that. Okay. Yeah, okay. Ooh-wee. I looked at the other part. It's correct. Okay, good. Phew. Ah, boy. All right. How much time do we have? Okay. Let's finish this page. Yeah, before we go on. And then next time we can go on with the decals because there's a lot of decals. So I want to take my time doing that. So we didn't even finish that one leg. Boy, that's really complicated. Okay. So we finished this part. Now we go into H37 and H35. H37. There's H35. Where's H30? There's H37. Okay. Let's just finish this page here. H37 and H35. Boy, that was really tricky getting those pins in there because that was a really tight fit. Okay. So we get H35 like this, like it shows, like that. And then we get, we need this facing this way. What? Does that lip? How does that? Like that? No, that doesn't make any sense. Oh no. What? It shows that. Like that. It has to go on top. There. Like that. Right? I hope that when it goes in there, gotta go in like that. It's gotta look just like that. Better. Okay, there we go. I wanted to line that up because wasn't perpendicular. Okay, now where's the okay, I did that H37. Now we need H33. Okay, the other side. H33. There it is. This is the other side. Okay. H33. So this is going to go like that. Well, you really got to push those pegs in there or just file them. So now we stick the other side on. And that should go on. There's the peg in there. And there's the holes that should go in the holes. It should go there. There it goes. Now let's get the tweezers and kind of push them together. Easy. There. Yeah, we need those little pegs to be sticking out. Now let's take a look how it looks here. Yep. That's how it looks. Okay, let's see the next page. Okay. So the next page is the part we just did. We just finished all that, and we just put the decals. Let's see. This is the whole leg right here. We don't put the decals on until here, number 6. And we'll do the whole thing over again with that other leg. How are we doing on time? It's 10:31. How much more of this? Okay, it's only 10:31. We'll go a little bit so we finish up to here, and then we'll do the decals. How about that? We'll round it off because the decals are a separate thing. And this doesn't look too complicated. Yeah, 6, B4, and B5. Okay. D4, D7. There's D7. Let's get B4 and B5. Let's see. B4 and B5. B4, B4 before 5. Okay. Let's round it off to that picture there. Okay, there's B4. Now we need B5. The other side. Now at least we kind of get a leg finished before we do decals. And then we need D7. Okay, D7. All right. We just need to do that once. Okay, there's that. There's B4. B4 needs to go like that, right in there. And the last part, okay, is going to cover the, okay, that should cover. Okay. That's a leg right there. That's a leg up. And that's going to be facing, of course. Of course. There we go. Okay. All right, let's continue on here. Let's see. We need E7. Okay. Okay, E7. How are you doing? Good, okay. E7. E7. Ah, there's E7. Okay, we got E7, and now we need B13. And we need D. Okay, B13. Oh, there's B13. Okay, B13. And we need D9. Okay. D9. There we go. All right. Okay. So we got okay. This should go. Oh, like that. Okay. Really? Oh, huh? Okay. And we stick this in here. It looks like it goes like that. Oops. Wow. Okay. I guess that's the socket. The leg goes. Can I really push that in there? Because it shows. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what it shows. That's what it's talking about. Now we put D9 under there. And bada bing. There. It's locked into place. I think it is. Okay. Boy, this is just a leg. Okay. Holy shit. How long did it take to do this leg? Okay, it's very complicated. Very, very okay. We finished that. We were careful about that. Now we're going to oh, we get to put this part together. Okay, so we need H5. Okay, H5 is the small part there, H5. And yeah, figures. A small part. Okay, there's H5. H5, and it goes on E1. Let's get E1. E1 is right here. E1, there it is. Okay, there's E1. And then we need E1, we need E10. And that's that. So now we need to put this part in here. Like this. And it's supposed to go into this. Oh, did it do it? I guess so. All right. So now we get our fish looking part. And we're going to put it together like this. Uh-oh. Oh. Oh, dear. Okay. That goes in here like this. Should go in there like that. Just like that. Okay. And we get our part we just did here. And this is going to go here. There you go. And then finally, we go like this. There. Whew. Jeez. This is a leg. Or it's wings. No, it's okay. So now we don't want to touch that anymore. We're gonna have to do the other side too. Okay, let's finish up. We got 3 more parts to do. A8. Okay. A8. Okay, there's A8, which goes, let's see, make sure it's facing the right way. A8 is going to go on top. Then B8 is going to go on the side. D6. Let's get D6. we need B. Parts are all spread out. Okay. So now we need, what is it, D6 for the bottom? D6, I knew it. Okay. That's at the bottom, and now we need B8. That's it. Just put things in B8. And then we'll just spend next week just doing the decals because there's a lot of them. So we just focus on just one thing. Okay. So the top part, 8, goes on these. Oh, there it is, right there. I was going to say, ooh, I was in trouble. Okay, snap. And the bottom part is going to go in these holes like that. Just like that. Just like that. Okay. All right. That's his feet. And they open up. I can tell that. Now we do the side part. Okay, like this. And the side part, it looks like these go here. Okay. Should go in there. It's supposed to go in there. Trying to see. Ah. That's the way it's supposed to go. Yeah. That's right. Why? Oh, there it goes. Yeah, that's it. That's in there, I think. Okay. I think that's kind of flush. It looks like it's flush. Let's see. Yeah, okay. All right. Well, so today we did 2 arms and we did 1 leg and we still have the other leg to do. Okay. And then next week, according to this, we can do the decals. There's a lot of decals to do. We can finish the other side and then we'll move on to the other leg. Rinse and repeat. Oh boy. That took a long time. There's so much going on here inside the mechanisms there. This has to work just right. So you have to be really careful when you put these gears together and make sure they work. make sure they're bending and because look at the the feet have to come out. They have to transform like this, see? And then it comes out like that. So yeah, you're going to be in a little bit of trouble. Supposed to pull out like that. There you go. Yeah, that works. It's going to make sure that the feet, if you can open them up, it's not snapping. And that's why, you got to be really, really careful, because that just didn't go in. There it goes. And then that pops out. Okay. So we'll deal with that next week. As you can see, this is going to extract, and then you're going to have to open up the feet and make sure all these parts are oh, there it goes. That's it. Boy, I got lucky with that. There, now it's getting flush. Got some spur on there. There it goes. You got to really push it in there. There. Okay. Oh, that's so complicated. Yeah, you don't realize how complicated it is when you just spend 2.5 hours just trying to get the gears and everything together, and you just hope it works at the end. Hopefully when you can transform it and extend the parts and then extend the feet and the arms and everything, you just hope that it works at the end, because that would really suck if you got something backwards. Oh man, that would be you'd have to go back and look at what you did wrong and try to fix that. But next week we'll do the water decals, so that should be fun. All right. So, boy, was that complicated. My goodness. Now it's time to go to a hot spring. See you guys later. Bye-bye.